Hi guys, it's nice to see you again. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in today. So today's video going to be about new Morphe 3502 palette, and this palette is going to launch October 12th, and it's going to retail for $23. Let me show you. So this is how it looks. I already got a chance to play with the colors a little bit, but I really want to show it to you before it comes out on the market, so you can use your judgment if you need this palette or not. It's very similar to 35O palette that came out last year, but on steroids. It's just as awesome as the previous one, but better. So you can see it contains plenty of matte shades and quite a few metallics or shimmers. I don't know how you want to call them. And just for comparison, let me show you original 35O palette. This is how it looks. So you can see they are very similar as far as the shades, but the one that's 3502 much warmer. So let's watch them, play with them, and see if you already have 35O, if it makes sense for you to get 3502 or not. So for my crease color, I am going to apply this beige shade right here. I'm going to apply it in my crease and buff it out. And this look, I want it to be very fall appropriate. And also I like that Morphe included a clear slate to it, so you know the name of the colors. But I'm just going to be showing you what color I'm using, so I wouldn't have to look back and forth in there. So now with this darker berry shade, like a mauve berry, I'm going to layer it in my crease as well. And I really like how different this palette is. It's just your regular nudes and the warm shades, but with a pop of color. And especially for fall, I think it's very fall appropriate. And I have pretty much all of the Morphe palettes, but my favorites so far been Jaclyn Hill collaboration, the second one, and 35O palette. And I'm feeling that this palette has so much pigment, so it might be included in my trio of favorite palettes. Okay, so now I'm going to apply this shade. I think it's called Ruby, this shimmer shade right here. I'm going to apply it on the rest of my lid. So now I'm going to apply this brownish red shade. I'm going to apply it in my outer corner. And I'm just going to do sort of a halo eye with it. Just surround this bright red shade a bit. But these colors are so pigmented, but they're not overpowering. I felt like sometimes when the shadows are too pigmented, they are really hard to blend out, and sometimes you put too much right away. This is not the case with this shadow, so I really like that. So now with my finger, I'm going to apply this champagne gold shade. Second one is the brightest one I can see. I'm going to pop it in the middle of my lid, layer it on top of that red shade. And I really prefer to use metallics with my fingers, just because with the warmth of your skin and with your skin oils, it really works. I'm sorry guys, so I just noticed that my camera was not recording, so I'll just show you really quick what I did. So I grabbed my Morphe M151 brush and applied this shimmery brown shade, which is very, very reflective on my bottom lash line, just like so. And then with the same brush, I grabbed this dark brown shade and I darkened my outer corners a bit, just because I'm going to do my wing eyeliner, and to bring the look together. And then with my flat brush, I applied this shimmery champagne gold shade. I highlighted my brow bone with it, and I applied it in my inner corners, just like so. And then using my blending brush, I grabbed some more of this red shade, and I warmed up my crease some more, which will also blend the look together a bit. So now that we're almost done with eyes, I'm going to go ahead and wing it out, apply my falsies, do my lips, and I will be right back. I apologize guys if my camera keeps changing the lighting because I'm partially using the sunlight, and today the sun is going back in and out of the clouds, so that's why that's happening. But anyway, I am back and I finished up my eyes. I put some mascara, lashes, and I put some lipstick. This one is KKW and Kylie Cosmetics, one of those 4 nudes that they came out with. It's the darkest one. To make this look a little bit more cohesive, I'm going to apply this gold shimmery shade in the middle of my lip. And now let me show you the swatches. So I'm going to do row by row. So this is the first row. The first shadow you can barely see because it blends in with my skin tone, and the rest of them. So this is the first layer. So the first row were a little bit more natural looking. The second row is much brighter. Like you can see all these reds that it has. It's so pretty. And this red is matte, this red is shimmer. This is that darker red that's like more wearable version of it. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so this is the third row, and you can see it's much more wearable than the previous one. The previous row was much brighter. It's more on the brown side. And in a pen, a lot of the shadows look the same, but once you swatch them or put them on your eyes, they look very different. So this is the third row. So this is the fourth row. It's much darker than the previous one. So I think it's like layer by layer. They go from the lightest colors to darkest. So the fourth one has almost all of the mattes except for one. One is shimmer. I believe it's this one. Yeah, this one has a little sheen to it. And the last row is all mattes, and like I said, it's the darkest out of all of them. So far I really like this palette. I actually like it even more than the original 35O palette, just because I feel it's more versatile, and besides the very wearable and warm tones, they included pops of colors, but it's still pretty settled. You can go very bright with these tones, but you can keep it toned down like my look right now. Plus I really enjoyed using this iridescent shimmery champagne gold shade, because I think it can be used as a topper for your lips or for your eyes, and I think it's very versatile. And all of these shadows were very pigmented and had a minimal fallouts, which is really hard to find. Like when it comes to very pigmented shadows, I always have to choose between being very pigmented but have a lot of fallouts, or have very stiff shadow with minimal fallouts but it doesn't show up on the lid as much. So this is the best out of both worlds. I feel like it has a good amount of shimmers and really good amount of mattes, because me personally, I like my mattes for fall. I think this palette will look good on very many skin tones, and you really don't have to worry about the quality of the shadows because they are really good. This video is not sponsored. I got this palette as a PR package, so I'm showing it to you before it comes out, because I usually, if I'm interested in something, I usually watch some reviews before I purchase something, and this is the reason why I'm doing this video. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, then please give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet, and until the next time, I will see you guys soon. Bye.